If you don't know how to get a hold of Dragon Zuniga, this is a channel you definitely want to check out, and a host that definitely will blow your mind. He does it constantly.
Y'all ready?
All right. I'm at Huntington Lake this morning. Gonna go try to catch the sun from a different view.
If I could sleep at night, then somehow I'd see why everything's wrong. Or maybe it's just me. Does anybody know this place that I'm in? Why I might be alone. Imagination is a terrible thing. What if I'm wrong? But here's what I've been thinking. It must be the end of the world. Whatever happened to the rock and roll song? Breaking your brain, making you stronger. They say you'll never hear the bullet that kills, and I don't hear a sound. It's not about a change or revolution. What's gone today is still called substitution.
Now, it's not every day you wake up to two suns, but that's exactly what happened to our boy, Dragon Zuniga. Now, this is a man that's never short on strangeness. Now, this is strange. Now, we know about the sun simulators. We know about fake suns, we know about fake moons, we know about fake stars and fake planets in the sky. But somebody forgot to shut this one off. Look at that thing. It's ginormous. And it's looking right at you, kid. God, what a beautiful sky, though. But I definitely cannot explain this one. And we know it's there. We're looking at two lens flares in the sky as well. The one thing I've always told you, lens flares don't lie. You can fake anything, but you can't fake a lens flare. We know that lens flares are only caused by two things: from a light source or from reflected light. And you're looking at both right now. You're looking at a light source and you're looking at something that is getting reflected off of. One of the suns are on, one of the suns are off, but both are visible in the sky. And as you can see, it just becomes brighter and brighter and more full and more full. What is going on here? Now, I have a few theories. You might not agree with any of them. You might agree with one of them, but we know there's lenses all over the sky, especially in front of the sun simulator. Now, they're there for one reason and one reason only. Well, they're there for a few reasons. Usually to obfuscate. The other, to give a nice, round, consistent look to what we think the sun should look like. Well, there it is. This isn't his first time catching it. Just to get it out of the way, if you don't know how to get a hold of Dragon Zuniga, he left all the information there, and I'm going to leave it there as well. This is a channel you definitely want to check out, and a host that definitely will blow your mind. He does it constantly, without even trying, really. Look at that. A double lens flare. Both of them upside down because both of them are mimicking the opposite. They're mirroring the light source or the reflected light, which is their source. So in case you're wondering, this all happened in Fresno, November 15th in the morning. This is the morning sun as it's coming up in the east. Now, for that to be a lens That has got to be a giant, giant lens. But the fact that light is bouncing off of it and coming towards us lets us know that it is somewhere in between the actual light source and the camera. The fact that we can tell it's the same size as the sun itself, we know this because of the lens flare. Now, who would have forgot to turn off the damn sun simulator? Or maybe they didn't. You guys know my theory. There's multiple suns, multiple moons. I feel as if there's at least one sun simulator for each time zone. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's even more. Maybe there's two for each time zone. Maybe there's one every 100 miles. In that case, we're probably looking at two of them. Now, the reason why he can't see one is because one of them is probably part of a mirror relay system. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because in my theory, I feel as if these lenses are placed throughout the sky and throughout the construct so that it's perfectly laid out to the perspective of whichever time zone it's meant to serve. So, of course, you wouldn't see it unless you were in that time zone. You wouldn't be lined up straight. But there are times throughout the day that our sun simulator would light up that particular lens or that particular sun simulator, the cloud that it's being cloaked into or on, which would make it appear as if it was partially on, or at least visible in the sky, like it's happening right now. But what I can't quite figure out is, what's it hiding behind? What's obfuscating its bottom side? Well, let me tell you. It's the very great lens, the big one in the sky, the one that causes the halo around the sun. You know the one. The one that all of the experts seem to say that it's just ice crystals within our atmosphere. My ass. You can see here, that is a huge physical obfuscating lens. What's it doing now? It's obfuscating. It's cutting off and cloaking the bottom half of the second sun, which is probably just a lens, which isn't in the right angle for his perspective, but it's in a perspective that it's being uncloaked. It's being lit up in just a way, ever so slightly, to make it visible to this time zone. Hey, it's the best I got as far as theories are concerned. Now, I'm just speculating and kicking around right here, but doesn't sound half bad if you're a loon like me. You want to take it a little bit farther? Let's talk about that really thick line going up and down from the sun. Now, we're looking east. He's in the west. Now, let's imagine that it's not really up and down. It's actually east and west. Now, we've seen the same track system going behind every single sun simulator, every moon simulator, every fake star and every fake planet. We know that this is responsible for taking these sun simulators, these moon simulators across the construct. It's called the Merkaba. It's the great wheel in the sky, my friends. It's not just a song. It's reality. And it's talked about within the Book of Enoch. Yes, I reference it a lot because it's genius. And it's the one book that describes what we see in the sky so accurately. If you haven't indulged in it, if you haven't read it, please do yourself a favor. I promise you won't be sorry. Now, I'm not going to try and hide my craziness. You guys know me. You know I'm a loon. So let's keep going. I've been watching the sky for quite a few years now. And it wasn't until I ran into the Book of Enoch did all of it start to make sense to me. Of course, it's written in a very poetic manner. But every once in a while, old Boog feels pretty poetic himself. The least you can do is crack the book, start to read it. At first, it's going to seem like hieroglyphs. It's not going to make any sense. You're going to wonder, why are they speaking Greek? It's English. But it'll seem like Greek the first time you read it, I promise. But the more you read it, and the more you study the sky while you read it, and you try to relate the things that you're reading to the things that you're seeing in the sky, you're going to soon find out they match up perfectly. When I don't sound crazy, sometimes I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Well, I want to attribute that to my friend Enoch. And his book, thank God he wrote it. Because without it, I would be very lost. I'd be right where I was just a few years ago. I have to admit that lately it feels like the construct is falling apart. The veil is slipping, becoming very thin. It's becoming extremely easy to catch these anomalies. They're happening so much, I can't even call them anomalies anymore. There's nothing strange about them. They're every day. I'm not just the only one catching them anymore. There's so many people out there that are emailing me every day, practically with the same stuff I'm filming. It's almost like we were standing side by side. Like this video. Did you think you would ever see a person standing on the back of the moon, shining their own light? It's like they don't even care. It's like they're not even trying to hide anymore. These entities are trying to show us what we're living on, how it works. And then it's more consistent with an analog wind-up watch than it is with anything else. It definitely doesn't match anything that NASA's ever told us or shown us. Why they're still in business is beyond me. I guess the government needs there to be jobs. Or their job report won't match up, but they won't get pats on the back, and they won't get blah, 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 blah. It's boring. I don't do politics anymore. No more religion, no more politics. Sorry, guys. Maybe some other time. Now, you're going to see a lot of sun simulators. All of them have one thing in common. All of them are fake. All of them are put in the sky by NASA. All of them designed by Bosch and Lohm. All of them upkept by the keepers, the engineers of our construct. All of them have heavy cloud cover behind them. All of them are on some sort of track system. Whether it be thin or thick, it doesn't matter. Because they all do the same thing. All of them are cloaked. All of the constructs, all the pieces, the moving parts, all cloaked in the clouds. All the dark areas and the negative spaces within are all cloaked by DEDs, dark emitting diodes. We talked about this recently. It's a light that illuminates things around it and splashes color onto it that's outside of our visual spectrum. When that happens, it's a very simple and effective cloaking technology that takes things out of our visual spectrum. They're invisible. It's that simple. Notice the hand of God underneath the sun simulator. It's just a cloud, or at least it looks just like a cloud. It also resembles a hand. I call it the hand of God. Again, something I stole from the Book of Enoch. But again, very true. It just looks like a hand holding up the sun simulator. You'll notice it underneath the moon. You'll notice it underneath the sun. You'll notice it all over the place. I can't believe I never noticed it before. It's amazing what can be in front of your face time and time again, almost every day. But it's not until somebody says it that you finally start to realize that you've been looking past it all this time. Now, I know there's a lot of you that don't sign up to the simulation theory. You're definitely not a fan of holographic universe. I'm not asking you to be. A lot of you were mad at me when I even hinted towards Spaceship Earth. How ridiculous. How dare him. It's funny to see the kind of things that you guys all hold on to, no matter what I show you. I show you someone standing on the back of the moon, and you come back with hollow moon theory. I show you a guy standing on the back of the sun, and you come back with CMEs and solar discharges and all sorts of nonsense. They're not real, guys. None of them. Lose what you think you thought you knew, and you'll make leaps and bounds in no time at all. This I promise. It will happen quick, painlessly, and we can be done with all this foolish shit that's been spoon-fed into our heads our whole lives. It's very simple. It's all very simple. It's not technologically advanced. It's not complicated. And it's definitely not hard to fathom if you just try. This is one of my new favorite images. This is a lens flare of the entire ISS and the sun simulator in somebody's room every day, 9:15 a.m. Amazing. Can't make that up. And this is the sun simulator, at least one of them. Notice the crescent moons already ready for the next eclipse to sneak to and from the sun that they'll be eclipsing. Their stories are already prepared. Look at the big object in the middle. Now, I'm willing to bet that that's going to go hand in hand with a story about an asteroid maybe, or a near-Earth object. All we can do is wait and see. This is Bugs. This is the Boogeyman Channel. Take care.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next video.